G'day and welcome to Box. My name is MG and today I'm going to be looking at the upcoming 2023 season for the Australian Supercars Championship. This video is sort of like a season preview as I'll go through every competitor and team and give my thoughts on how I think they will go. It'll be interesting to re-watch it at the end of the year and just see how wrong I got it. So let's dive in and see who the competitors are for the season. Red Bull Racing Australia are back with two brand new Camaros for 2023. The defending teams and drivers champions surely go in as favourites, with Shane van Gisbergen being in career top form and at times looks almost unbeatable. Can the three-time champion come back and claim a fourth championship this year? Well, that depends on how well he gets on with his new car, but has to be one of the strongest contenders for the title. Young Brock Feeney returns for his second year in the series. A great learning year for him in 2022, including his first race victory and sixth in the championship on debut. It's time for Brock to take that next step in his career. No doubting he has the talent to be there, but I think this year may be another learning year for Brock, but I do expect him to give us a few surprises during the year. Shell V-Power Racing. 2022 seemed a strange year for the Dick Johnson Racing team. They were quick but just couldn't put it all together to challenge Red Bull Racing. Anton De Pasquale finished fourth in the series last year and almost, in my opinion, seemed to be intimidated when running at the front. Hopefully a strong off-season for Anton will serve him well and he can come out with all guns blazing in 2023. Will Davison is probably considered as one of the old boys now, being 40 years old, and in the series since 2004. But he did finish fifth in the championship last year, and can be very quick on his day. I think he needs the car absolutely perfect to shine, and with a bit of luck, the DJR team can make the car perfect more often for him this year to see him challenging for race wins. The first of our four car teams, Tickford Racing. They worried me last year, too many crashes, and it seems hard to have four cars with consistent speed. Should they cut back to two cars and focus on getting them super fast, instead of good pace with two and seemingly two cars making up the numbers? Cameron Waters. Cam is a gun, we all know this, and he is a proven front runner and race winner. But again, just needs that little bit more to be challenging for a title. He has the talent and the speed, he just needs the car underneath him and the team behind him to bring it all together. Will 2023 be the year that finally happens? I hope so, because a frustrated Cam Waters is not fun to watch. Thomas Randall. Randall has proven to be quick, but is another driver that just needs that leg up. Plenty of experience now for Thomas, and he will be looking to make that move forward in 2023. And with continued backing from Castrol, hopefully that can push him further up the grid. James Courtney. Old man Courtney goes around again for another season. Closer to the end of his career than the start of it, you have to think James only has a year or two left in him. Continued support from Snowy River Caravans in 2023 for James, and hopefully he can keep it straight and clean this year after quite a few skirmishes last year. He is experienced and can be quick, but will he be quick enough? I doubt it. But enjoy the year, James. Declan Fraser makes his debut in the championship this year as the fourth car from Tickford Racing. Last year's Super 2 champion makes the step up after Tickford had a decision to make between him and Zach Best. Declan has won the seat and he's there on merit. I don't expect too much from him this year, but it will be a good learning year for him, and who knows, he might just surprise everyone. Walkinshaw Andretti United. A big change for the former factory Holden team this year, swapping to the blue oval, but I think the cars look fantastic. Will they struggle with the transition from red to blue, or will they come out ready to fire? Chaz Mostert, he should be super strong again. He was consistent last year and finished third in the series. But again, just like Cam Waters, just needs that something extra to challenge Van Gisbergen. If the car goes well, I expect to see Chaz smashing podium after podium. Nick Percat. He had a rough year in 2022 and finished way down in 15th. Hopefully the new Gen 3 car agrees with Nick and he can push further up the grid and have a good solid top 10 finish in the championship. And maybe, if all goes well, be challenging for a few podiums as well. Penrite Grove Racing. Father and son duo Steve and Brenton Grove are in their infancy of supercar team ownership, but they've been around the sport for a long time as drivers of some note themselves. They joined the Supercar series in conjunction with the Kelly brothers, and when the Kellys decided the time was right to leave, Steve Grove took over full ownership of the team. The team has shown some good speed, but is still learning the ropes in some aspects of the sport. David Reynolds. He's been around for a while now, and the former Bathurst 1000 winner is still very quick. Another learning year I think for both the team and Dave, but they will surprise with some good results, and I think Dave will be very consistent again this year, netting him another top 10 championship finish. Matt Payne makes his debut in the series this year. The fast Kiwi has impressed quite a few people with his ability in the lower formula, and the Groves have taken him under their wing and see nothing but upside in his potential. I think he may just get beaten up a bit this year from a few of the older brigade, but that will only hold him in good stead for the future and make him battle hardened as he progresses in his career. Solid future prospects for Matt. Erebus Motorsport return with the same team but a brand new sponsor in Coca-Cola this year. The cars look great, and if they go just as good, expect to see these guys achieving podiums. Will Brown, the larrikin of the field. He shows good speed and he can be as fast as anyone out there, but just needs to get his elbows out a little bit more to force the issue at times. 2023 should see him have some good results, but only if he gets a bit more bulldog in him. Brody Kostecki, the fastest Kostecki of them all. Brody is quick and doesn't mind mixing it up when he has to, and sometimes when he doesn't even have to. I'm looking for him to have a breakout season and predict he will win a race at some point this year. Time will tell. Team 18. I'm so at sea about this team. They've been around for a while now, but with little or no results. Team owner Charlie, I can never say his last name, has invested a lot of time and money in the team, and his passion is there, but the results, well, simply, they haven't been. I can't say I'm super impressed with their 2023 liveries, but that doesn't mean they haven't got their engineering right. I hope they prove me wrong. Mark Winterbottom, another veteran who's been around for a long time and has the runs on the board. He usually does a solid job, but maybe his best days are behind him. He will pop up from time to time this year, I'm sure, and score a good result, but I just don't see Frosty breaking any records this year. Scott Pye is another one that I feel has underperformed. He again shows great speed at times and gets some good results, but it's usually 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. Hopefully this year can be a consistent year for Scott and he can strongly finish inside the top 10 with ease. I just don't see Team 18 progressing this year, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. Brad Jones Racing, the little team that could, or so they'd like you to believe. Any team that can run 4 cars is not so little in my opinion, but BJR do a great job with the resources they have. Andre Heimgartner is back again and is clearly the number 1 driver in the team. Andre is quick, very quick, and hopefully BJR can provide him with a quick enough car to challenge for podiums. He has the talent, he just needs the backup behind him. Expect a strong year from Andre. Bryce Fullwood has had a rough introduction to supercars over the last few years. After serving his initial season at Walkinshaw Andretti United, Bryce moved to the Brad Jones team and appears to be grinding out a tough apprenticeship along the way. Bryce would like a step forward this year, and if the car is good and he responds well to it, expect to see the pink middies machine collecting more top 10 finishes. Macaulay Jones, Macca as they call him, super fit and super committed, but is the speed there? Little to no results in his career so far, and this year has to be the year Macca steps up. The guy can drive, I'm not doubting that, but can he drive as fast as the front runners? This has to be the year to shine, or maybe stay home and order a pizza. Jack Smith. Poor Jack has copped some flack since joining the Supercar series. Rich kid spending daddy's money, always slow, gets into trouble. Yeah, I've seen all the social media hate on the kid, but you know what I have seen? Progress. He doesn't wreck as much as he used to. He doesn't get in the way anymore. And he just needs to find the speed. Is it confidence or belief in himself? I don't know. But Jack also needs to find a bit more spirit this year to take that step from tail ender to midfielder. Matt Stone Racing. This team is still in its infancy, but they've built a solid base to lead them into the future. Will this year be the year they take a step further up the grid? Well, if looks were winners, then MSR would be right up there because I think the cars look amazing. Jack LeBrock. How will Jack go this year? I have no idea, to be honest. He can show some awesome speed at times, but results are few and far between. Very quick in the lower formulas, Jack hasn't quite hit the same highs in the main game, even though he has a race win to his name. Debuting with the Techno team, he then shuffled through the Tickford team to now find a home at Matt Stone Racing. 2023 has to be have a crack Jack year. Cameron Hill. Cameron makes his series debut this year and has some impressive results in lower formula. Australian Formula Ford champion, Australian Porsche Carrera Cup champion, Bathurst 6-hour winner, and he finished 5th in last year's Super 2 championship. So his training has been solid. Now it's time to hone his craft and see where he stacks up against the main game drivers. Good solid learning year ahead for Cameron. Premier Racing, the newest team on the grid, entering their second year of competition after buying out the Techno team. Premier Racing should settle nicely this year. Last year was rough, but it was a last-minute deal to buy and run the team, and the results certainly got better as the year went on. Team owner Peter Ziberis, an Australian Top Fuel drag racing champion himself, has stumped up the cash and made a commitment to the sport. Hopefully, good results come. Tim Slade moves to Premier Racing this year and is hoping a brand new home will see better results. A quick guy for sure, but can he come towards the front in his brand new Camaro? We will see how that pans out, but I think a learning year for all. James Golding, DJ Jimmy, has been given a second opportunity in the sport after replacing Gary Jacobson in the team midway through last year. It was then that the team started to see results and move forward on the grid. Can James make more progress this year? I think he can, but only a little. Blanchard Racing Team. The Blanchards have been around forever, it seems, but after renting car slots from other teams, they have broken out into their own team to take on the field. Tim Blanchard, a handy driver himself, has set his little team up well, but progress needs to start happening. Todd Hazelwood joins the Cool Drive team this year, and he is another driver who has played musical chairs over the last few years. I think he needs a solid home to really knuckle down and find the speed that he often shows. But not often enough. Maybe, just maybe, the Blanchards can provide that for him. This year could go either way for Todd. So that's it. A look at the entire field for the Supercars Championship for 2023. Not including Enduro driver lineups, of course. And I've given just a few of my thoughts on how the drivers might perform this year. Of course, these are just my thoughts, and I could be completely wrong. With the season start only a few weeks away, we will begin to find out very soon. Whew, what an effort. Shout out to anyone that plans, scripts, records, edits and uploads videos. There's a fair bit involved, and I'm only just learning. And a big shout out to you if you've managed to stick around to the end of this video. Not all my videos are going to be Supercars based. In fact, I think the next one might be Formula 1 based. So, if you like what you saw and you want to see some more, do the clicky and the buttons and the things and the stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.